Hey everyone, David here from Social Expression yet again with today's video on the key to having social confidence. There was one thing I had to say if somebody asked me what's the one thing that's the key to being socially confident. And it is something that I learned listening to a guy who's a high performance coach. He coaches a lot of top athletes, college, pro, also business people, I think even musicians. I'm not an athlete by any means, but I'm always interested in not only human development, but confidence and performance enhancement, along with, overcoming fear, so on and so forth. And just stuff fascinates me and how to really do it so that it's effective for people, that it really works, what's the right approach. And in listening to him talking about confidence, he says a lot of interesting things. But one of the most important things I think he said in terms of confidence is that it's not at all about trying to be perfect and actually making mistakes and running into trouble and setbacks is what makes you great. But the point I really want to say, the key is it's not how you perform in any given situation at all. It's not about that. It's about how you handle when setbacks come up, how you handle when you don't perform well. That is what truly gives you confidence. How you pick yourself back up, how resilient you are in saying, brushing that dirt off your shoulder and going, oh, I fell down there. Cool, I'm going to get back up, instead of falling down and going, oh, God, look I fell down. I got this dirt on my shoulder and I can't be social. I can't be confident. I can't. The more you tell yourself you can't and listen to that conversation, the more you'll stay in that setback. So, when a setback happens, and even when you get in that phase, is to realize, okay, I'm in the setback right now. I'm feeling this. I'm going to let myself experience it. I'm not going to try to push it or make it go away. But it actually has nothing to do with your social confidence in a sense, in being confident, having the setback. That's a part of the process. He talks about the greatest athletes are the ones who never try to go for the perfect performance, and they know that they're going to have bad performance, and the media is going to come at them and tell them, well, why'd you have such a bad performance? And sort of like almost try to reinforce it. And internally, they're just like, basically, I'm still great. It doesn't matter. I had a bad day, or I had a bad game. I had a bad performance. But mistakes, little mistakes and all this stuff, if you go out and try to talk to somebody and you stumble your words and they look at you and go, okay, and they don't talk to you, if you focus on that mistake, you're just putting yourself in that space of the setback, but holding yourself there in a long-term way. You're starting to reinforce it instead of going, you actually had no idea because you stumbled on your words that they turned away from you. Or, you could have stumbled on your words and they could have been distracted by a friend. But if you have social anxiety, you'll make up the story, oh, I fucked it up. But it's probably not true most of the time. It might be true, but that's not the point. The important point is how you handle, how you reason to yourself after, how you justify what happened. And say, either, I stumbled on my words. It may or may not have to do with anything with that person, not talking to me or looking away, which is pretty rare. If you keep going, people will talk to you. If you don't stop and freeze out and run away. So how you handle that, how you handle the setbacks is so critical, I think. And going out and doing things that create setbacks for you, not intentionally, but a lot of saying, almost looking forward to the setbacks, knowing that they're expanding your experience set. Because, when you have social anxiety and you're keeping yourself out of these situations and you're trying to be perfectionist and then you're catastrophizing over some little thing that happened, which it's nothing at all really in reality, in our shared reality, that's what causes the problem. It's the justification of the event, not the event itself. It's what you say to yourself or you don't say to yourself when, a conversation doesn't go well, a conversation or doesn't last as long as you want because you have these high expectations of everything being perfect. So it's really one of the keys to confidence. The most confident people gladly and willingly admit to mistakes. They're not perfectionists at all, and they know that's the secret. And they focus on what they're doing right, and they pay attention to the things that went wrong, but they don't focus on the things. They use them as feedback and say, okay, I could improve here, I could do something different here. But they may not actually try to improve on it. They may not need to. They might just notice. Whereas a lot of times when we're trying to fix ourselves, then we come from the fixing mindset. We're like, okay, I got to fix this and that, and I got to do this, and I got to fix that. Oh, and I tried to fix this, and then something else broke, so I got to fix that. Wrong mindset. That's the wrong way to approach it. You're going to just continue living in your head and pretty much killing yourself with your own thoughts and making it really painful for yourself. So, and that's the trick of mindfulness, is because those thoughts are going to come, and not to get attached to them and just kind of, let them go. And sometimes there's good feedback in the negative stuff. Sometimes there is, but dwelling and focusing on it is not a recipe for self-confidence, social confidence, okay? So that's the video for today. If this is your first time seeing the video, you can subscribe to the channel above.